my screen with you. Teofimo Lopez. What is this? Ring Magazine has announced Tyson Fury and Teofimo Lopez as co-fighters of the year. Tyson Fury, fighter of the year for one fight with Deontay Wilder. Really? The fight before that, who was that? I think the fight before that was Otto Wallin. Mind you, that was last year, I guess. Well, I don't know. That's an interesting topic. That's an interesting conversation. I might as well throw it over to Iron Kong since he's here. Iron Kong is Tyson Fury. Is Tyson Fury fighter of the year?
I mean,
could be. You're saying he could be, or you're saying no?
I don't think. I think it should just be Teofimo Lopez, and that's it. Why is it called? I mean, he beat Deontay Wilder. But you gotta remember, Ring Magazine loves Tyson Fury, because when Tyson Fury had a draw with Deontay Wilder, the Ring Magazine immediately dropped Deontay Wilder from his position. Mind you, it was a draw, and the Ring Magazine elevated Tyson Fury above Deontay Wilder, which I thought was wrong. Why would you drop Deontay Wilder? It was a draw. That means everybody's supposed to hold their places.
It was a draw, so status quo remains. It's the status quo. Everything remains the same.
The Ring Magazine loves Tyson Fury, so they elevated Tyson above Wilder, which I thought was just so awful. But whatever.
I missed that. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that story. I totally missed that. Totally missed that story. That is amazing. Fighting Words with Scythe Bud. How you doing? How can you hear me okay?
Yeah, this time it's all good. I just had to hop on the PC, bro. What's the word? What's the word, Kong? How you feeling, fam?
Yeah, man. Well, the latest word is that Ring Magazine has announced Tyson Fury and Teofimo Lopez as co-fighters of the year. Talk to me about that, Scythe Bud.
I think they're trying to play both sides burn both sides of the candle, man. I mean, if the fighter of the year is supposed to be about who did something very amazing, at a young age, and boom out the bam, what I'm saying, like a one event type of thing, then you got to give it to Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. But if you want to talk about a whole career and a current belt holder or whatever,
it's called fighter of the year. It's called fighter of the year. So
yeah, the year. That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that it pertains to is 2020, the year we're in now.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of it, man. But it's just some BS. It's just some BS. I would just say, just give it to Teo, man. Just give it to Teo and just call it what it is. I mean, he went in there, he beat the guy. That's what the sport is all about, anyway. You know what I'm saying?
He beat Coleman last year. I think that was last year, and then comes back and beats Lomachenko. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable fighter of the year.
Yeah, and in one fight he arguably became undisputed. So I mean,
yeah. So that makes sense. And you can't say they gave Tyson Fury fighter of the year because, let me just put it up on the screen in case anybody's just coming in. You can't say they gave him fighter of the year because he beat Vladimir Klitschko 5 years ago, and now he's beaten Deontay Wilder in this year. You can't say that because 5 years ago is 5 years ago. It's not fighter of the last 5 years. It's fighter. It's not fighter of 2015 and fighter of 2020. It's fighter of 2020. Now, don't get it twisted. That was a marvelous performance from Tyson Fury. Marvelous performance. But I don't see how that eclipses Teofimo. Let's talk about this a little bit more. This is a juicy one, actually. Now I think about it, this is quite a juicy one. Rocking all over the world. Status Quo, the band. Okay, so who did Teofimo Lopez beat? He beat pound for pound guy, a guy that was often touted as potentially a pound for pound number one in the form of Lomachenko. A guy with a stellar resume. Had Lomachenko lost before? Has he lost once before?
Professionally, yeah, and as an amateur, he lost once as an amateur, and he lost once as a professional.
That's right. Yeah. So he had one loss on his record, one blemish on his record, but other than that, that was early in his professional career. other than that, his professional career has been stellar. Like I say, pound for pound, being in the pound for pound number one conversation. Deontay Wilder was not in the pound for pound conversation.
You know what, man? Some people give Lomachenko shit for for being like privileged in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Coming in his second was it his second professional fight? He got a title fight. Yeah. So I mean, like you can say that, but I mean the fact that he did he had what like 300 amateur fights. And he did, you know what I'm saying, and only one loss. I mean, that's pretty big. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I kind of look at it like somebody who, because he did like the semi-pro type stuff too. It wasn't all just the head guards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it is what it is. But I'll say this, man. Lomachenko, you know, he lost fair and square. But I don't really side with the whole hype job type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we know we was looking at when we was looking in the ring with Lomachenko. He fought formidable opponents. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He moved up in weight classes. And he showed up and he showed out. So I mean, pound for pound, easy. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot in that short career that he had or has had so far. But you know, it's a credible win. And the fact that Tio being the young man that he is, you know what I'm saying, taking that scalp legitimately. I mean, don't make him don't make him share that with Tyson Fury. Don't make him share Fighter of the Year with Tyson Fury for what?
That's what I'm saying. His accomplishment. Teofimo's accomplishment in beating Comey, who was a champion. I think that was in 2019, and then coming back and beating. As a matter of fact, let's just bring up the statistics. Check the ballistics. Let's bring it up. Let's put that on the screen. Let's break this shiznix down. Okay, so Teofimo Lopez. Let me check. See how you're seeing it? Yeah, it's looking good. Where is that window? Let me bring it over so it's more centralized. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's try again. Take two. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Teofimo Lopez, only 16 fights, 12 KOs. No losses, no draws. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Okay. So Vasily Lomachenko, that was his last fight. He became almost undisputed, 2019. At the end of 2019, the 12th month of 2019, damn it. It's as close as damn it to 2020. He beat Richard Comey and became the IBF world lightweight champion. Nakatani, let me have a quick look at Nakatani. Felix Verdejo. Yeah, so he beat Nakatani, who's just beat Felix Verdejo. So that was the fight before. That was the fight before the Comey fight. So Nakatani, no joke either. And so he's had 3 back-to-back very decent wins. 2 of them world championship bouts. I'm sorry. I gotta say, if they're giving out awards for Fighter of the Year, and it's between Tyson Fury and Lopez. I'm sorry, but I gotta go with Lopez. I just gotta go with Lopez. Put your answers in the chat. Don't be shy. If you think it's Tyson Fury, say it's Tyson Fury.
Hey, yo, Rafi, man, did they make it official, or that it was both of them, or they just saying that it's 2 people that they're interested in? You know what I'm saying? 2 candidates they're interested in.
Well, they already put it out,
and they saying that they both got it.
Yeah, it's co-fighters of the year.
What kind of weak ass shit is that? Like, has that ever happened before? Ever?
I know, but I mean, I just told Rafi it's some nonsense because. But then again, I told Rafi, the Ring magazine likes Tyson Fury.
I don't care if they took him out to the damn prom, man. I mean, you don't. It's Fighter of the Year, not Fighters of the Year. And then you talk about like top 5 motherfuckers. I mean, top 5 people.
Hey.
All this participation trophy type thing going on, man. I don't understand it, man. Especially in a sport like boxing. I mean, like it's like the antithesis of the participation trophy. Like the ultimate win is for me to knock you the hell out and put my hands up in the air. You know what I'm saying? So like it can't be 2. It only can be 1.
There can only be one. Well, let me go and look for that article so we can bring it up live and direct. Stop sharing that and start sharing. Where is it? This. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let me centralize that and let's get into this shiznix. Teofimo Lopez is Ring Magazine Co-Fighter of the Year. OMG. Let's go into that. Okay, so Teofimo, can you see that? Yeah. So Teofimo Lopez is Ring Magazine Co-Fighter of the Year 2020 alongside Tyson Fury. OMG. So it's been official. It's official. Thank you, Joe 56984. Because this is a juicy one.
So you telling me that not only does Teofimo Lopez have to share the WBC title with another man, he also has to share the Ring Fighter of the Year with another man.
That's crazy, man.
It's like the odd couple, man.
Trying to turn him out, trying to turn poor Teofimo out. It's ridiculous. Leave the boy alone.
They bugging, man.
Yeah, thank you, Joe 56, for bringing this juicy, tasty morsel to the table. Let's go deeper into this anyway. People, get your votes in the chat. Tell me who you think you're out of the two, or you can go somewhere totally different. It's up to you. But out of the two, primarily, who do you think is the worthy winner? If you think it's Tyson Fury, say it's Tyson Fury. There ain't no right or wrong answer. Just say what you feel. I want to see what people feel. Okay, so let's scroll down. Let me see if I can pick any sense out of this. Yet no victory was as impactful or as important as Teofimo Lopez unanimous decision over Vasily Lomachenko on October the 17th at the MGM Grand Conference. Now let's talk about this. Tyson Fury beat a guy in the form of Deontay Wilder who, how can I put this? He was not lauded or heralded for his fighting skills. So Tyson Fury beat a guy who was not lauded or heralded for his fighting skills. Tyson Fury beat a one-dimensional fighter. Tyson Fury beat a one-trick pony. Now, don't get it twisted. It's one hell of a trick. It's only one trick, but it's a hell of a trick. So credit where credit's due. Deontay Wilder is a one-trick pony, but it's one hell of a trick. On the other hand, Teofimo beat. No victory was more impactful or as important as Teofimo Lopez's unanimous decision over Vasily Lomachenko. Now, I'm sorry, but that is a bigger scalp. Beating someone as accomplished as Lomachenko, to me, is a bigger scalp. Don't get it twisted. Knocking out a guy, finishing a guy who had been champion for 5 years in the form of Wilder. Yeah, that measures. That measures on the Richter scale. It does measure on the Richter scale, but I don't think it equates to Teofimo Lopez taking out arguably one of the pound-for-pound best guys. A guy who was in the conversation as the pound-for-pound numero uno, not duo or tres, numero uno, in the conversation for the pound-for-pound numero uno. It doesn't equate. I'm sorry. The victory over Wilder doesn't equate to a victory over Lomachenko at the stage of his career that he was at.
It's simple. It's simple math, man. I mean, we're talking about somebody gaining a belt from a single belt holder. You know what I mean? Because Wilder only had the WBC belt. You're talking about a unification match in which, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know,
that's a great point. That's
it was promoted as undisputed.
Point. That's a perfect point because it was a unification bout. It was a unification bout. Teofimo was involved in a unification bout. That's a great point. Tyson Fury was just a guy trying to get a belt. This was a unification fight.
How do you legitimize even putting Tyson Fury even on there?
I don't get it. I don't get
it. What's the argument?
I don't get it.
Maybe if he'd have pulled off what Andrew Ruiz did, and they were just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got to give it to Tyson Fury, man. He knocked out the man with all the belt. That ain't even what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even what happened. That's like saying if you know, I heard y'all talking about Jerron Ennis. I want to get on that point in a little. You know what I'm saying? If you got time, you know what I'm saying.
We got time.
But you know what I'm saying? That's like if Jerron Ennis hop up and knock out beat up Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what's up. But you know, the dude who got most of the belts is Errol Spence, bro.
Yeah.
Or if or it's even to make it even more parallel, it's like if let's say if Errol Spence hop up and to 154 and beat the weakest belt holder in Texora. You know what I'm saying? And now we're gonna hug his nuts. We're gonna hold his nuts because he did that. I don't think so, bro.
No, hell no.
You can't do that. If Spence did it, or if Bud did it, he went up there and took out the weakest belt holder. You can't do it. Everybody's saying that. You know what I'm saying, that Deontay Wilder ain't really built like that, evidently, as far as his boxing skill. So if he's arguably the weakest belt holder, then how the hell you gonna give, you know what I'm saying, Tyson Fury so much props for beating him? It don't make no damn sense.
It don't make no sense to me. Iron Kong, you want to come in on this? You want a piece of this?
Are we talking about Tyson Fury thing again?
We're still talking about the.
I told you that was absolute nonsense, and Teofimo Lopez did the most meaningful thing in 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not. He beat Deontay Wilder. Okay, well, people thought he beat him the first time, but that ain't no unification. That ain't no, Okay, great, you beat a long reigning champion, but bro, Teofimo Lopez did something that a lot of people didn't give him a chance to beat. This Matrix, the great Lomachenko. He's too young. He's too inexperienced. Ain't no co-fighter, but. The Ring Magazine loved if they don't rank Deontay Wilder for simply drawing with Tyson Fury, you already know what time it is.
OMG! I completely missed that story. That's it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's go into the chat. And see what's going on. Philip Carl Roberts says BFTB still thinks Wilder is pound for pound king. Now, Scythe Bud, I know you're a fan of Wilder. Pound for pound king. Was Wilder at any point pound for pound king?
Absolutely not, man. I mean, and you know what, man? I know how you be trying to, you know what I'm saying? You be trying to rag on the homie over here, man. You be throwing them low blows and them low shots at Wilder every now and then, man.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't really dig all that, but you know what? At the same time, too, man. Wilder kind of let me down this year, you know what I'm saying, with the excuses and all that, you know what I'm saying? But, I really rocked with homie for a minute, you know what I'm saying? That's the heavyweight champion. Well, was the heavyweight champion, the American heavyweight champion, so you got to roll with it. But, he kind of let me down a little bit. But, yeah, he was never pound for pound. I mean, we know that.
Iron Kong, you was going to say something.
I said, Scythe Bud got you. You over here talking, you do a little Wilder impressions and all that. Scythe Bud got you.
There's only one Deontay Wilder.
Y'all got jokes. I got jokes.
What else? What else do I? What other impersonation? What else does he say? What does he say? To this day. You know what I mean by that.
Yeah, y'all on this side. Y'all on this side of this pond hating, but I ain't mad at you, man. It's all good. Let's talk about somebody. Let's talk about a different division, man. To be honest with you, just for a quick second, if it's cool. That's what I popped up for.
We're gonna do that in a second, but first of all, we do that. But first of all, I want to go into the chat and get people's opinions. Because listen, you're saying that I'm hating on Deontay Wilder. Other people are going to be saying that I'm hating on Tyson Fury, and then other people are going to say that I'm a Joshua lover. But the reality is when you go back and check the statistics, check the ballistics, I think you'll find that my assessments on each fighter is actually quite fair. Yeah, I do have some poke a little bit of fun at Deontay Wilder, but let's be honest. Deontay Wilder. I'm not even going to get into Deontay Wilder right now because, but his record has been abysmal. I will say that abysmal. Who he beat? But we're not going to get into that now. That's for another day. But let's get into the chat and see what the people think about this. Who should be Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year? Where are we?
And as far as the heavyweights go, man, I mean, you've seen the whole Dillian White and Luis Ortiz thing popping off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a good look right there, man. That's a fight I wouldn't mind paying for.
Well, yeah, okay. We'll talk about that in a second. We talked about it before, but I haven't had your take on it, so that's cool in the gang. I'd like to hear your position on that. Where we at? Joe Gigliardi says, I want to see you debate El Jefe again. Well, the first debate's there for you, my friend. It's there. All you gotta do is type it in and it'll come up. Rafi, debate El Jefe. I've already done that, and El Jefe, I don't know. Where is El Jefe? Is he still around? I ain't heard from El Jefe in a long time. You know, me and El Jefe are cool. He can come over here any time he wants to. But I ain't seen or heard of him in a while. I don't know what's going on with El Jefe. Okay, so Philip Carl Roberts says Lopez. El Jefe is lost in the woods. El Jefe is doing press-ups in the mountains. What's going on here? Everyone is a winner on sports day. That's what, hold on a second. Let me just take care of that. Okay, everyone's a winner on sports day. That's where it all went wrong. I don't know. Yeah. That's strange. I never subscribed to that. Dive of the year goes to Alexander Flores. Absolutely. So why couldn't they choose one? Well, I mean, sports fighter of the year. I mean, what is it? Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. They should have chose one. I don't get it. Fury one belt and Lopez won all the others. Shame about the WBC fast. My vote is for Lopez. Yep. Wilder's power is overrated. Hey, Saif Budsy, you don't want to upset him. Come on now.
Man, if you don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, implement the power, it ain't really worth nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I call it? You know what I call it? I call it the delivery system. It don't matter how big the engine is. If you don't have the right suspension for it, if you don't have the right balance, if things ain't balanced, front wheel, back wheel, if things aren't balanced, then you have an impaired delivery system. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I could say the same thing about Canelo Alvarez, low key.
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, because Canelo obviously has power, but he got very, very, very low knockout percentage for a reason. But we'll get into that some other time.
That's true. We'll get into that some other time. That's true. According to Ring website, in 1981, it was shared by Ray Leonard and Salvador Sanchez. Well, now those are two classic guys. And in 1983 and in 85, it was shared by Marvin Hagler and Donald Curry. OMG. Did you see what my boy Lloyd Honeyghan did to Curry? You remember that? Okay. Right. So James Jameson Lopez. And in 72, it was Muhammad Ali and Carlos Monzon. Well, those are some classic fighters, right?
Nice year right there.
There's some classic fighters right there. Loma was pound for pound number one according to ESPN just before the fight. A few weeks later, pound for pound number one according to ESPN was Crawford. Okay, so Loma was okay. So just before the fight, according to ESPN. But ESPN are not the Ring Magazine. That's a different thing, unless they're owned by the same people. I don't know. I don't think so. What is it? Golden Boy own
Golden Boy. I thought Golden Boy bought Ring Magazine.
Yeah, Golden Boy own Ring Magazine. Where we at? Wilder's power is overrated. Okay, it's the Rafi, it's the John Daly. Well, no, it's the Rafi, it's the Iron Kong, it's the Saif Bud today. Where are we? Dave Allen gets the fighter. It was Rafi and the John Daly on the Saturday, but it's Monday now. So it's the Rafi, it's the Iron Kong, and the Saif Bud. Dave Allen gets fighter of the. Okay, I want to get to other people's picks. We need a Combat Radio Japanese boxing edition. Well, hey, if you can do the translation, we can go ahead and do that. Just drop your link, drop your details in my email. Yeah, just email me with your details, and you can demonstrate your Japanese. Yeah, sure. What's if Wilder had taken his loss like a man, he would not get the flack. What do you say about that, Saif Bud? If Wilder had taken his loss like a man, let me go to Iron Kong if he's available. If Wilder had taken his loss like a man, he would not be getting the flack. Iron Kong.
He wouldn't have gotten half of it, maybe, but he was talking like a lot of crap before that fight too. It wouldn't have been so long lasting, because the problem is, if he had said it once, and not said it again or whatever, I guess it would have probably gone away by now. But every time he does an interview, he ramps up, he doubles down, he triples down on these accusations. Then the accusations get more and more outlandish. I think the last time he was on with the guy, I forgot his name, black guy, bald head, does a lot of announcing for Fox. And he doubled down on it, tripled down, and this time he scratched my ear through the boxing glove. I was like, what the
you're talking about Brian Costa?
Yeah, I was like, yo, Wilder, at some point, bro, just let this go. Stop. Because the thing is, it's not like he's talking to YouTube people. He's talking to people like Brian Costa, who are very mainstream announcers, who other publications tend to pick up as a source. So it's like, bro, just stop. You can't be doubling on and tripling on this nonsense with people like Brian Costa. They don't use him as a source. So he really should let this go. He should stop.
Yeah. Saif Bud. Did Deontay Wilder bring it on himself with his nonsense?
Yeah, man. Be real with you. That's kind of why, I kind of, let Wilder go, bro. Because you got to move like a champ, man, and you got to keep your fighters to a certain standard. All the nonsense about, all the accusations and stuff like that, it just rubbed me the wrong way, bro. I feel like if you actually, wanted to, launch your own, independent investigation and, press charges and all this type of stuff, then, that is what it is. Y'all professionals, and, you're supposed to be playing by a certain set amount of rules or whatever, But like, the whole, looking for sympathy type shit. I just don't dig all that stuff, man. You a fighter, bro. Either, you handle it out here, or you handle it in the courtroom, handle it in the ring, man. I just think they're trying to keep people, just talking nonsense or whatever online, just to promote the fight, because they damn sure don't want to pour in too much money for the trilogy. They're just trying to go ahead and get it squared away and grab whatever money they can get on the table.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I think it's pretty unanimous. Everybody's saying that fighter of the year should be Lopez. Torn bicep, iron bars, drugged, heavy uniform. Damn, heavy uniform, drugged. What's the iron bars? Oh, yeah, the iron bars in the glove, torn bicep, floppy glove. OMG. Egg weights. Oh, Lord. Dented heads. Oh, my gosh. What? Teeth implants? Did you do anything about teeth implants? I don't know. What is this? Autopsy. Damn. How can we forget about the autopsy? The worst. But that was his brother, to be fair. It was his brother. Who said the autopsy thing. Worst long-term champion boxing ever in boxing. OMG. Okay, so it's pretty much unanimous. It should have been Lopez. I know you got a few things you want to talk about.